Chat, here we go. It looks like our overlay is not up, but I should be able to fix that momentarily. Imagine a nice little refresh could get it on screen, and if not, I'll figure it out in a second. But we have Nwpo in the blue, Dralii in the orange. We'll pull up the old-fashioned overlay if we have no other choice but to. But I'm imagining I can figure this out. I have the technology. You'll have to forgive me as I try and refresh it. I saw it, at least part of it, working in my other scene. But I am going to give it one more full restart here while you guys watch the beginning of the series. And then we'll have to switch off. But we have Nwpo and Dralii. Dralii's been playing really well recently. We had him in 2 games, one against Stark and one against Moxie, and he actually won both of them. And so he's ready for a challenge against Nwpo. A lot of people, as he own goals here, a lot of people were calling for him to play against the best of the best after his win against Moxie, because Moxie has had a lot of good 1v1 wins himself recently. So certainly reason to believe in him. You know what I think it is? I think Bacchus mod. Yeah, Bacchus mod isn't on. All right, I'm not going to make these guys wait even longer because we had a bunch of issues on our start to this match that made it delay because Dralii was having some troubles. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little throwback, chat. I assume you guys enjoy a good throwback. Check it out. Just like old times as Nwpo hits the reset and scores the second. Out of the corner after stealing the boost. Nwpo farms these goals. He had 2 touches, it looked like. 1 touch to get the reset, and then 1 touch to tap it into the net. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people in chat who even prefer this overlay from the fancy new one. Dralii, let's check his ping real quick. Playing with 60 ping to Nwpo's 92. He was having a ton of issues here. Ping-wise, controller-wise, everything. So he's got all of the copium ready to go. If Dralii manages to not play well, he has all the reasons why that happened. But he's not going to need any of them the way he's playing so far. Up 3-2. Taps the ball away this time. Nwpo going from 80 boost to 100 as he grabs the back corner. Interesting backflip out of this bounce. Now he's just waiting slowly as Dralii dribbles. Dralii ended up dropping it off to Nwpo. Now as a carry, and might have been able to score if he had gotten a Moxie level flick. Nwpo, a little back pass. Not too dangerous. Should be able to control it easily. Yo, give me the crumbs. Thank you for the tier 1 for 8 months. Rainbow Boost meta. You know, is Dralii the guy who used Rainbow Boost a bunch? I know there's somebody who used Rainbow Boost a decent amount. Nwpo looked like he was maybe starting some sort of dribble early. Came back to the ground as Dralii was not forcing the issue. And the really soft flick can often work basically as a fake. So he drops it behind Dralii, who was pre-jumping for a much stronger flick. Dralii needed a softer touch off the side wall there and tried to control. It's actually going to work out. Wait, he pre-flips into the ball and ends up placing it right back into Nwpo, but that was actually a heads-up play to recognize that he should forego the race to the corner boost and instead focus on dropping the ball and cutting it back onto net quickly. The problem was the last touch to finish it. Put it right back into Nwpo as the defender, and now an easy read on a dribble that was nowhere near going in the nets. Nwpo can just wait and let it bounce off the back wall and counter it. So Nwpo up 4-3. Dralii, wave dash kickoff to get around this one. Nwpo, though, has the boost advantage now. Dralii with possession, try to put it behind him. And Nwpo did just enough by convincing him to miss wide. Nwpo doing what he loves to do, just quickly counterattack Power shot immediately at Dralii's net, forcing him to play defense as quickly as possible. Won't normally see him shadowing for very long if he has anything to say about it. Dralii double jumping. Stop the pop over the top. Nwpo never left the ball. Trying to see how long he can stick with it. Dralii attempting the single jump to take it away. Very smooth landing by Nwpo, who had been turned around. Just throws on the reverse. Now attacking the other way. Dralii has been really patient. And oh my goodness, another fake! Dralii throws the what a play. This same scoring sequence has happened a ton where Nwpo threatens these shots, but when Dralii refuses to commit, he comes back down to the ground, and then, I mean, Nwpo, I guess, was showing that he could touch it one more time, and Dralii expecting the ball to go a bit faster. Instead, it slow rolls behind him. 5-3 lead. Kickoff goal is saved. Koilga? Thank you for the brand new Prime, and Wiz the Greek. Thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months. Great to see you back, Wiz. Nwpo just barely able to get his own back corner boost. Dralii, the double jump will do it. Threatening the flick. Nwpo has all the boost to make the save. He just thought something directly at net was coming off of the flick. Instead, it's just a double jump. You love the content, keep it up. Hey, appreciate that. Especially at times like this where I've been a bit under the weather. Motivation been low. But I'm glad to be back. Feels right to be live again. Nwpo. Hook shot. Turns into a low 50 as Dralii attacks early. The save. Launched into the corner. Dralii has enough boost to work with. A flick to the top right would be a goal, but he didn't get the movement that he needed. Oh, Nwpo just going to dunk and secure the game. Almost definitely. The opportunity was available. And even if it was Moxie, it wouldn't have been as free as you might expect because Moxie's so adverse to using that air roll right to flick top right. And that's what Dralii needed to do. Nwpo ever attacking regardless of the game context. Up 2. He's still going to take the ball right at Dralii. Dralii actually launches a shot to put himself within 1. Side flip to pass it to himself, and then just goes for as strong of a shot as possible. 118 km/h is what it is when it crosses the goal line. So he can keep this one up. Probably a delayed kickoff to chip. Yeah, this is exactly what he needed. Dralii now just needs a long shot where it doesn't hit the ground. That's hitting the ground for sure. Nwpo keeps it up just as a friendly save, but I'm glad I was able to call what Dralii needed to do, and you know, maybe with a slightly better setup, he gets more power and ties the game. But it will be Nwpo game number 1. Dralii formidable, but couldn't take him down. Game number 2. Nwpo and Dralii. 212 ping is probably because he was tabbing out or exiting the game momentarily. I don't think either one of these two are playing with 212 ping. Dralii wanted to get into his Williams Resolve Fennec. He felt that's what he needed to bring it back in this second game. He's going to take an opportunity to aerial that Nwpo gifted him, and I think the shot he wanted would have been a great one. Just kind of a wave dash touch at the bounce that would have put it back behind Nwpo. But it was a tight angle touch indeed, so the risk of missing was certainly there. That decal is nice. It actually does look kind of nice considering I don't think I've ever seen it before. I mean, I'm sure I looked at all of them when they first came out, but I don't think I've ever seen somebody use it, and it does look pretty good for the fact that I've never seen it before. What a shot. This was a filthy shot off the bounce. 120 km/h. Nwpo surprises with a nice half volley. I mean, there's nothing really that crazy to it other than a bit hard to time coming off the wall when you take that kind of shot, but the extreme power gives him the lead. Nwpo faking multiple hook shots. Dralii able to keep his nerves about him, not overcommit on any of them, and make the near save or the near post save. Dralii all the way from the back wall. First touch is great to keep it near the ceiling. He went the distance. What a shot from Dralii. Even Nwpo has to throw him the nice one. A lot of times players have a bit more boost left over, but Dralii had 5 left to work with as he front flips back to the ball and taps it around him. Absolutely filthy tying goal from Dralii. Dralii taking this back to his net. Nwpo knows better than to jump. Dralii definitely had the clear. Just use it as an opportunity to gain possession. He's trying to match Dralii on the back wall dribble. Lost control of the ball though. Dralii can get around this. There is a window, but couldn't quite do it. What a nice play by Dralii. Very mechanical play, actually, to jump into the corner like that and guarantee the boost steal. To get the right touch on the ball, turn and use the empty jump to push himself back down so that he connects with the boost, gets the steal, and controls the ball is one of those things that will never go on a highlight reel. You'll never see that as a clip, but it's not easy to do, and it shows a good control over your car that Dralii definitely has in order to secure that goal. He's got a kickoff win for a wall to air dribble. Reset the musty! 3-1 for Dralii. Launching this one in, 107 km/h. These guys throwing bangers at each other today. And Nwpo was up, but he got the ball to roll right off the left side of his car. If he had launched it dead center on his car, I think Nwpo was actually somewhat correctly positioned, but with that slight offset, it places it all the way away from him. Just a perfect shot from Dralii. These two, oh my goodness, throwing haymakers back and forth. You had to expect a Nwpo versus Dralii match to be this exciting, and it has been so far. Nwpo using his flip to push over the top of Dralii. Direct kickoff goal. Oh no, Dralii actually made it a goal himself. Not only does he get the save, he pre-jumps the save and sends it off his own backboard in order to get a 2-goal lead. It's not going to show us on the replay, but that was a pretty impressive play, especially if Dralii was calculating the save that way. Dralii wants to score on another kickoff. Nwpo was actually to the back wall. Dralii was just trying to play off of pure speed, something you can sometimes get away with off immediate kickoffs, but Nwpo was already back, and he will take his backboard clear into a goal, which is usually what happens when you attempt those doubles under pretty much any other context. Dralii's kickoff advantage seems to be pretty heavy so far. Air dribble bump. It'll work. No connection on Nwpo's car, but forcing him to go underneath. Dralii's opportunity to score a direct kickoff. This will actually be a kickoff win for Nwpo. First one we've seen in a while. Last time it looked like he had won one. He went for that initial shot, actually turned into a Dralii goal. Pretty much all the other recent ones have actually been in favor of Dralii. Ooh, I thought for a second we might get a pogo. With a perfect pogo and 10 boost, he could maybe pop back up to the ball and still take a shot. But I'm not sure if Dralii does pogos or not. Oh, Nwpo, what a demo. That was one thing. If you guys were watching Rule 1v1, which, by the way, all of Rule 1v1 is on YouTube. Nice fake from Nwpo as he slams in a fourth. Didn't need to be that strong after he'd already gotten Dralii to miss. Dralii on the respawn wanted a couple pad boost? What am I saying? Wanted a couple pads, and that brought him a bit too deep. But as I was saying, Moxie using demos to his very, very great utility as a way to win that tournament. Nwpo going to get a demo now. Wave dashing, taking Dralii off the map to tie the game. Jomar, thank you for the 22 months of Tier 1. Approaching 2 years, Jomar. Feer, do you guys still make revenue off of Twitch VODs? Nothing like YouTube. You know, it's essentially the equivalent of YouTube, and YouTube certainly makes much more, don't know if that's just because way less people watch Twitch VODs. Like maybe there's a chance if everybody watched them as much as they did the YouTube videos that they'd make something similar, but I doubt it. I think it's way, way underneath as Nwpo misses in the midfield. Dralii gets to retake the lead. But I keep the Twitch VODs up because to me, for some reason in my head, I have the idea that user experience overall, like viewer experience of Feer content being better and having a happier audience will just overall be better for me. So I think people, oh my goodness, what a save. That was going to be a nasty clip. So in my head, people can go watch the VODs if they want to watch them right away. And then the person who watches it goes, man, I really like watching Feer stuff. I love how it's always available. I'm going to watch Feer stuff more forever. And to me, I feel like I probably gain enough off that than trying to like min-max, make everybody not able to see the VOD and then force them onto the YouTube video. And then everyone's got a salty taste in their mouth because they don't get to watch when they want. Dralii is going to play a bit of keep away. Nwpo tried his best to play aggressive, but it'll be a 2-goal lead for Dralii. You agree, Feer, though you'll watch regardless? Good guy, Feer. I mean, just to be clear, you know, as I'm trying to point out, even maybe I'm a good guy for it, but I do think it's just the right decision either way, which, you know, is has nothing to do with being a good guy. Nwpo, oh my goodness. Try to get the stylish clip to end the game, but it will be Dralii tying the series 1-1. Game number 3, Nwpo into the Octane. Into the Octane, I feel like most frequently used by North Americans. Isn't that supposed to be the North American Octane? Dralii is switching up his Fennec as well. He is in the best decal you could ever hope for. Oh my goodness. I'm sure I remember saying when this decal first came out, wow, what a beautiful, amazing, awesome decal that I expect everyone to use. Dralii trying to get fancy off the ceiling. Nwpo intercepts it and is not going to need another touch on it. Why are most of Rocket League casters Champ 2 and above? Almost feel like most Rocket League casters are maybe even higher than Champ 2 and above. I think just because most Rocket League casters come from people who really like playing the game a ton. I know if you're talking RLCS level casters, then it's certainly a higher average than Champ 2. Nwpo's reset saved. But if you're talking about just Rocket League casters in general, across the board everywhere, then it might be a bit lower. Dralii resets. Nwpo able to make the save on very low boost. Double jump. Gets a ton of pop just off of rolling his car. It wasn't an air roll, but he pulls back up on his car and launches the ball extra high, and that actually gets Dralii to jump and play high. It's a pretty interesting detail of that setup. He said, and above, true. I guess he's saying that's like the minimum. Nwpo takes the ball back down to the ground off of the Dralii pre-jump. This first touch is not it if you're Nwpo, and Dralii knows it as well. Continue to have to defend, though, as he keeps handing possession back, and he couldn't decide. This was a very indecisive defense, if you ask me, from Dralii. He needs to either start his shadow or challenge, but he creeps himself all the way past the line of Nwpo to the point where he has to backflip in order to just stop a direct double jump, which you don't want to set it up so that you have to backflip to stop, you know, a regular. I mean, Nwpo didn't even cut it backwards behind him. He just took it straight, and Dralii was having the backflip to intercept, which just goes to show that he had really waited far too long to make his decision. He made it a bit easy on Nwpo, but Dralii off the kickoff, that has been one of his big advantages. Sure, he didn't score the first attempt, but he had a pretty quick follow-up. How long did Dralii hiatus ones for? I think Dralii didn't just hiatus once. Dralii kind of hiatus the whole game. He hiatus the whole game for a few months. And I think he's done that almost on a couple occasions now. And it takes him a bit whenever he comes back to get top level. But then before you know it, he gets some crazy win you thought was impossible. Oh, nice shot from Dralii. This is the same kind of shot that Nwpo gave him a nice one on earlier. But all the way from the back wall, this time, instead of dancing near the ceiling, he actually gets a slight touch on it, but still just plays keep away the entire time. Who do you think is the most mechanical Rocket League caster? Probably CJ, right? Everybody's answers on who's like the best caster or who's the most mechanical or everything. Usually everyone just ignores the fact that CJ counts now, because obviously that answer is just pretty boring, right? The one who was just a pro a few months ago is probably the number one in all those questions you have to ask. Dralii. This dribble. Not going to find its way through. Sending one to the back wall. Trying to undercut Dralii. We saw him using demos in an attempt to come back in game number 2. Nwpo sidewall dribble. He's used mostly the resets to just keep Dralii at bay. If Dralii's not jumping, he's not going to use them early. So instead, he gets them and uses it to keep Dralii grounded. This time he launches the bounce shot off the crossbar and the follow-up into the bottom left. Can Dralii play in the RLCS? He cannot. When he first came onto the scene, it was because of how old he was. Now it's because of where he resides. I want to say the original Dralii lore included him being back in Canada by now, which makes me say that I'm not sure we can really ever expect him to be in a location that he can play RLCS, but maybe one day. For now, we'll have to just enjoy him on the 1v1 field. Nwpo stealing this corner boost as he looks to try and make some more magic happen off the ceiling. Needs a bump on Dralii in order to keep this possession going. Instead, he misses, so it will be Dralii the other way. Nwpo save off the backboard. He doesn't have the kind of boost advantage to turn this into a possession. Dralii likely to come away with one. In fact, Nwpo really oversold his hand there. He wanted to stay on the ball despite a humongous disadvantage in boost. And you can see he drove all the way into the corner with 0. All Dralii has to do is pop the ball above double jump height. You know Nwpo's not going to be able to get there. And then follow it up for a long shot. And a tying goal. Dralii not going to get the kickoff. Nwpo makes it back. Dralii uses the flip to recover from the bump. Now has a great shot opportunity. Top left. Nwpo keeps it out. What a save. As he clanks it off the post. Oh no, he got cut. Wait, he's back. He got cut around, and I thought the window was open, but Nwpo closed it. Now a full field dribble the other way. Low 50! Nwpo swinging the odds in his favor in a matter of seconds. I thought the end was near for him. Dralii gets way too over the top on this 50. 18 seconds now. Wave dash kickoff. Dralii really doesn't have much of a choice. Oh, Nwpo just passed him the ball. If Dralii could have read that, might have had a quick shot. Oh, Nwpo is really going way too all in. Needs a demo now. Didn't get it. And it will hit the ground. Dralii was trying to get the demo and then get back underneath the ball. Instead, he just bumped Nwpo and got cut off of his line. So the game will be secured by Nwpo. 2-1. Match point for him. So we had to game number 4. Game number 4. Nwpo's Octane does the trick for him. Dralii's been in a different Fennec, I believe, every game. And he has what is probably the first best scoring opportunity. Top right, Nwpo able to keep it out. Needs a flick to get it ahead of Dralii. This is a great play from Nwpo. Pops the ball off the wall. The only way it stays ahead of Dralii is if he gets it early speed. He uses the flick to do so. Can you tell Nwpo to stream more? I'm not sure he'll listen to me whether I tell him to stream more or not. I think he did a ton of streams not too long ago, right? Where he just did no mic 2v2 streams. Hopefully we can get more out of him. Dralii, nice fake. This fake dribble gets Nwpo to go up the back wall. As he goes up high in the air, gets the reset, Nwpo feels he has to defend by creeping up the wall to get ready to stop a high play, and then Dralii goes right back down low. I haven't been looking too closely at the kickoff battle, like the kickoff immediately at the ball. I've noticed that Dralii has come away with a good majority of them, but I've been reading your chats, I think, mostly. So I might look a bit closer to see what is Dralii doing here that has gotten him so many early possessions. This time he's just going to completely fake, and I'm not sure this is a great possession for him, though, as Nwpo's got him pinned into the orange half. Not any boost to work with. I expect a power slide cut. Oh, no. Wasn't able to get there in time. Dralii was going to get the 100 no matter what. Expecting him to try and play quickly to see if he can force Dralii from ever even retreating there. Nwpo first touch. Has to take back down to the ground. We'll try again from center field. Will he go air dribble bump? He will. Dralii doesn't get any part of the ball. Nwpo's up, going up 3-1. Nwpo looking for the quick shot off the kickoff. It's going to go all the way back to the corner. Dralii's going to be able to reset on 100 at the midfield. And Nwpo was trying to surprise Dralii. If Dralii had aggressively tried to close the distance in the corner, then that powerful hook shot off the side wall into long shot would have been the perfect recipe to punish. Dralii had played it a bit more passive, so he was ready for it at the midfield. This lob is going to get saved, but it's going to pull a bit of boost out of Nwpo and force him to be careful here on the back wall. And it was exactly that. Dralii's been deadly on the full field dribbles. It's crazy to think that that's a position that you need to be worried about him having the ball. Nwpo's decided not to try and make a save on the goal line on those anymore. He lies to meet him at the ceiling. That was an insane flick off the reset. Problem is that it was far too insane. Launched it overneath the net. Or overneath? My goodness. Above the net. Forced him to have to rush back. So, first touch is wide of the net. Gonna need a reset of some kind to bring it back. And he could not control the ball, so Dralii will get a second. Gotta decide, how tightly do you want to hold on to your air dribble attempt? Do you want to still, entertain the idea of it being a goal? In which case you need to get a reset, get around the ball, prep to tap it back on target. Or do you need to just accept that it's not going to be anything and you need to just try and hold on to possession, which is a much different way to approach the end of the dribble. People very clearly was hoping he could still somehow turn it into a goal. That led to a Dralii 1-2 punch as he uses the kickoff to tie the game. Nwpo long shot available, and he's not missing those. Too good at booming the ball. Dralii at 0 boost, landing in the nets. Nwpo won't let you get away with that. Nwpo fake challenge. A couple different fake challenges. Hides behind the ball. It's Dralii to flick high. Dralii thinks better of going for that corner boost. Nwpo actually got a ton of power off of the bounce. That would have been a goal had Dralii thought he had time to steal the 100. He's going to have to just give up possession. Nwpo launches the ground pinch. As impressive as it is, probably not the best of ideas. This does give possession away to Dralii. And Dralii's starting to read these early challenges. Nwpo's just driving like a madman. He's gone back to his default setting, which is constant boost and constant throttle. But the problem is when you try and match Nwpo in the high-speed game, you're not going to be able to play it faster than him. Dralii's air dribble far right. The reset brings it on target and forces a tough save out of Nwpo. Pushes him into the net. Dralii able to grab midfield and back corner boost. Not the best of setups from the back wall. He'll take to the ground and try again. Reset. Oh my goodness, this shot from Dralii is so nice. He gets the reset and threatens the top left, but then flips around to the other side of the ball, connects with it late, and taps it back to the right. I mean, there's no way that Nwpo could get a read on that kind of shot. Luckily for Nwpo, he's still up with 20 seconds left in the game. Dralii, though, has had great kickoffs, and he forces this one into Nwpo's corner. Nwpo has to get the midfield boost. He's going to try and just collect the ball, play keep away for the next 10 seconds, but can he? Dralii up in the air to intercept. No resets, and that'll probably be the end of the game. Wait a second. Why is Nwpo being so passive? Could have slammed in a guaranteed game-winning goal. Instead, he lets Dralii collect the ball and makes it much more exciting, but it will be a Nwpo 3-0 at the end of the day. GG's from both these guys. They're out of the match. 3-1 for Nwpo as he is able to hold off Dralii.